I realized that our Vietnam veterans were not the only ones that were mistreated and not welcomed home in the proper way. Our young men and women pledged their lives. They signed a blank check with their lives to go off to battle. And they did that willingly, doing their patriotic duty. And what we owe them is at least the protection that they're entitled to. It's bad enough they have to battle the enemy. They don't. They volunteer for that, and they do that for us, and they keep us safe. And it is our job and our government's job to keep them safe, to give them the best conditions that are possible. So I made this pledge when I wrote Fading Mirror, that if I saw an injustice, I would shine a light on it. I'm not anybody in the world, and I don't really have a lot of power, but there is an expression that says the pen is mightier than the sword. And I put that in my description above, and it's all the way back to the 1800s. And just lately, I had a cancer scare, and luckily, I'm okay. But, it kept me from sleeping. I had to have 2 tests in a row. One didn't really help, and the second one finally did prove I didn't have cancer. But I couldn't sleep, so I'm sitting out on my lanai doing, it's dark, not much to do, so I'm surfing and doing research for something I'd like to write. I'd like to write a piece on the burn pits in Afghanistan, and up in the description, I have a video that I'd like you to watch, and it's just dated September 16th, so it's not that old, and it's about the young man that came back from Afghanistan and Iraq with problems. Now, our Vietnam vets came home with their problems from Agent Orange, and now we're still doing the same thing to our warriors in subsequent wars. And it's so wrong. It's so very wrong. It should not be done. So there's a sound of silence because people don't pay attention to our military, and we don't take care of our military. Once we send them off to war, we value them. They deserve to come home to be taken care of, to have us fight for them and take care of them. So guys, what I'd like you to do, since I'm just beginning this research, I spent a lot of time and I have good notes so far, but I'm sure a lot of you know a lot more than I do. So I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Up in my description, I gave you the video to look at, which gives you an overview of the burn pit situation that was in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the effects on our young warriors that served over there. Your assignment: I want you to send me links, information, personal stories. When you write a journal piece, it should have one personal story of someone who has lived it. It makes it more real. I can dole out the facts, and certainly on the internet I can get information, facts, statistics. What I want is somebody's story. Somebody tell me their story, how this has affected your life. So I can have at least 1 or 2 examples in my journal piece. So again, I have a mission, and that mission is to shine a light on the injustices done to our military men and women.